Hello, today we're going to talk about my happy place, Tamarindo, and why I love it. There are some haters out there about Tamarindo, but I'm going to tell you why Tamarindo is the most amazing place in the world. I'm Tamarindo Rich. I've been in Costa Rica for a long time. If you like what we're talking about today, please like and subscribe below. Find out when our next video is out. Normally we do one every week or sometimes every 2 weeks, depending on if I'm traveling or not. Okay, first great thing about Tamarindo are the beaches. And in a country where there are beaches that are absolutely breathtaking all the way down the coast, Tamarindo really has a very special long sweeping bay. And then next to it is Langosta Beach, which is equally beautiful but completely different. And everybody's got their special little spot where they like to hang out just because of, the shade, or whether it's close to a beach bar or something. But the beaches here are spectacular and white sand. And in Costa Rica, not all beaches are made the same. You can go along the coast, and other kind of, really dark volcanic black sand, and some are kind of a mixture. But really where you want to hang out is on a white sand beach. For me, one of the most important factors is the community in Tamarindo. There's just such a great mix of people that live here, visit here, call it home. You've got so many different nationalities. We went out for dinner a couple of nights ago, and I bet there were 8 or 10 different nationalities sitting around the table, different age groups, different backgrounds, socio-economic groups, and everybody was just together and enjoying each other's company and hanging out. Very welcoming of new people coming in, new locals. You only have to live here about 3 weeks and then you can consider yourself a local. It's just a really lovely little community feel. And I think that's the number one factor, because there are loads and loads of really nice little beach towns. But you want to come here and feel like it's home. And I really think that exists here. Whether you want to play bingo on a Tuesday night, or have a poker night, or just hang out with your friends, there's just always nice little community events going on. Tonight is the Tamarindo Night Market, which is nominally a fair where you go and buy things, but really it's just where everybody goes and hangs out, listens to live music on a Thursday night. Nightlife. Tamarindo has some great nightlife. You've got a few options out there. What Tamarindo doesn't have is anything kind of upscale cocktail parties, things you're going to dress up for. Everybody's sort of in shorts and t-shirts. It's very much a relaxed atmosphere. Going back 10 years, really there was just one bar every night of the week that was active. And now really you've got some great alternatives. If you want something a little bit nicer, you've got Rumors, you've got Lizard Lounge. If you want something a little bit more local, let's say, you've got Pacifico. If you like American sports bar kind of things, you've got Sharky's. So you've really got some nice options, and you can go nice and gentle, and there are good things to do, and you can go late and hard if that's your thing, and there's still plenty of options. If you like nightlife, it's a good place, Tamarindo. Once you've been here a while and you get to know people, then there's always after parties as well, villa parties or parties in the condos and that, where people go after the bars close. And that's comes back to the community thing, it's just familiar faces and just a really nice environment. Next, there's something for every age group here. So whether you've got young children or teenagers or people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, there's always something to do for every age group. So, I tell this a lot to, clients that are thinking about moving here, because really you want family and friends from back home to come and visit you, and often you've got multi-generational groups. Tamarindo's good because every age group can find something that they're going to enjoy. Beach bars and beach clubs. I bet there are 10 or 12 just lovely little beach bars scattered all the way along Tamarindo Beach. Depending on the night of the week, they might have live entertainment, they might have DJ playing. There's always something going on. Pick your spot. You've got the little brewery that make their own beers on site. Pick your spot that maybe has cocktail happy hours if that's your thing. There's just a great selection. You can almost start right at one end at Witch's Rock and work your way along to Langosta Beach Club, which, if you want to do the beach bar crawl, then that's an option too. But there are just some great little spots all the way along the line. That's my preferred time. After I finish work, head down to one of the beach bars. Chiringuito's a really great favorite of a lot of the locals here. Sunsets are fantastic here all the time. So to hang out in one of the beach bars and do the sunset thing, I think is one of my favorite things here. Tamarindo is just a magical place, and there is an X factor where you can analyze all the different aspects of Tamarindo, which is basically what I'm going through here. But doing my research for this, I asked the COVID crew what they thought about this place. And one word that just kept coming out was it's a magical place. It's just something where everything comes together and people love it. So it's a point I can't explain, but I feel it, Laurie feels it, Rob feels it, the COVID crew feel it. It's just a magical spot. Sports and activities. One thing my parents always remark on when they came down here is how fit and healthy people look. You don't see a lot of overweight people down here. I think part of it's just people are out in beachwear all the time. You just want to look a little bit fitter. And there are so many options with sports and activities. Tamarindo is really famous for its surfing, which is world class. But there are lots of other great things as well. My friends are just doing a diving course, and they've seen stingrays and sharks, and really clear water, and it's an amazing option. You can go mountain bike riding. No mountains around here, but lots of trails you can do. ATV tours, zip lining. Go out to Black Stallion. They've got a fantastic zip line out there. Horse riding. There's so many options of things you can do that help you stay fit and active in Tamarindo. Tamarindo is a safe place. I never ever think really about my safety here. If I'm wandering along the beach at 2 a.m, or down any of the back roads here, I never really ever think about safety and security. I think in general it's a very safe place. You've got petty thievery here, so if you don't look after your mobile phone, if you're in a crowded bar, or if you leave your sandals on the beach and don't take care of them, they're going to go missing. You leave stuff in the car, that kind of just petty stuff that if you just keep your wits about you, you're fine. But in general, I'd say Tamarindo is a very, very safe place to be. Weather, I actually almost forgot to talk about the weather because it's just taken for granted. All of Costa Rica is amazingly beautiful weather year round. Tamarindo especially, because we're in the tropical dry part of the country, the northwest part of Guanacaste, which has the driest weather. All year round, you've got beautiful temperature at 85, 90 degree weather, 25 to 30 degrees all year. Night time, you've just got a gentle breeze, and it's just perfect. You watched my last video, it was talking in detail, month by month, which month you should come. But in general, whenever you come, it's good. Another important point to mention is infrastructure. 10 years ago, we didn't have paved roads, we didn't have a police station that you could really call a police station, a gas station, any of those sort of things. Over the last 10 years, the level of infrastructure has really moved forward to a point where Tamarindo is comfortable now. It's still very tico, let's say. You definitely know you're not in other countries. But it's a level of infrastructure now that you feel comfortable with. You've got a post office, you've got plenty of banks, good supermarkets, places to buy nice bottles of wine, brand new police station with new police cars, which was a big community effort to get that into place. Gas stations just down the road. All things you'd take for granted that really didn't exist before and they do now. So I think the level of infrastructure in Tamarindo is really at a good spot. It's enough for what you need to make your life here comfortable. So that's my summary, I think, of why I find Tamarindo so magical. If you have any questions or any comments, please just drop them below, and please press the subscribe. Thank you.